in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on last year's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bulldogs have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get the first swing of the game. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here's the handoff. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's...
Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Back to the ground game on the left.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. Sweet cut there. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for...
Breaks into the... just keeps moving. Creates a little room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. He's up to 55 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. On the run, it's Jackson. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now the play fake. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And the Dogs will go for it on 4th down. Might be changing the route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 7 over USC. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Glenn. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Got his man on the right. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. A run for the quarterback. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
To kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their... Back to pass, it's Glenn. They go to the wide receiver screen. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. They go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the run. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They'll run it on the counter. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
The field goal is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting portal and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. And that's why this fan base is hoping.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Lost a throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. It's complete to the right. On the move at the 30. Finds some room. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Look big picture at Florida State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Pulls it in. It's Gibson. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. They block it. That's a live ball, and the defense has it.
You never know how weather... kick, and the rain's coming down, obviously, but the field goal unit does a great job getting penetration, getting back deep in the backfield, and then blocking the kick for the big momentum shift.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looks as if he's going to run it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. He now has 63 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeper. Got some room, and to the goal line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Glenn. Fires on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Noles will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Taylor. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. What a disappointment. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
And the Noles will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Under fire. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
To the air, it's Glenn. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
And it's right down the boulevard. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 17 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run the option. Breaks into the open. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Looking downfield, it's Glenn. They're working that left side. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They're going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Jackson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And remember, he's already had one blocked in this game. Smashes it between the uprights.
And that's a nice job by this kicker bouncing back. Last field goal gets blocked. Don't worry about it. Get that thing up in the air. Long field goals sometimes are low, but he drives the ball way up in the air and drives it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's still running after the move. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Dogs! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Looking for room, it's Scott. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And his first throw here is incomplete.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Dropping back, it's Green. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Field goal is good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. He'll bring it out. It's Cherry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it from the gun. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. With the catch, it's Spillman. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Back to throw, it's Van Buren. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He lofts one down the sideline. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's Duarte. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Dogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Gives it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught in the backfield. It's Scott. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Hill. Makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trying to keep the drive alive. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Quarterback takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.